On this week's show, we take another look at Tom Thumb trailers. Not vintage trailers, but authentic, brand new vintage trailers. You have to see these beauties to believe it. Also, Mark and Don Polk from RV Education 101 show us some popular trailer towing accessories. And we keep getting emails about this delicious, unique recipe. So, a second helping of apple pie salad is in order. And the recipe is on our website. These stories and more on this week's Rollin' on TV. Rollin' on TV is brought to you by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968.
Nostalgia plays a big part in the ongoing appeal of the vintage trailer arena. Vintage trailers are hot these days, and there's a lot of good reasons for that. I know for me, one of the things that really brings it home to me when I step into one of these old trailers is this little guy up here. It's an authentic propane mantle lamp. And my parents' trailer, when I was a kid, had one of those lamps. This is from the mid-60s or so when we would go traveling. And when I step into a trailer that has that lamp burning, there's something about the smell of the propane that just immediately transports me back to Bonneville Hot Springs, the Oregon coast, going back to Chicago, any of the places that we visited as kids in that trailer. So this one, naturally, since this trailer has one of those, I can smell that, and kind of one of those little nostalgia hits that I really enjoy. Now this particular trailer obviously is a beautiful vintage style trailer. And I say vintage style because, believe it or not, this is not a rebuilt trailer. This is a brand new trailer, new from the ground up, built by a fellow named Tom Underwood. Tom has an interesting approach for building his vintage trailers, so we'll meet him out here in a minute and take a look at what he does. It's pretty darn impressive. The Tom Thumb vintage trailer is unlike any new RV you've ever seen.
Tom Thumb Trailers is an idea I had to recreate the old style trailers, only for someone to be able to have the old trailer but have a brand new trailer at the same time. I got the idea many years ago. I've probably built 100 trailers in my mind, going over procedures and materials and so forth, and doing research, and moved up to Oregon, got a shop here, and my wife's been very supportive, and I started building Tom Thumb trailers. They're a reproduction of a 1950 rod and reel trailer. And I tried to keep as true to form as possible. So we started camping when I was very young. Some of my earliest memories are camping. And my grandfather had a DeVille camper, and my parents would rent the canned ham style trailer. And I'd sleep in the old fashioned cot up above the main bed, and sometimes, depending on how many people came along with us, some people would be out in tents, but the trailer was the love. My first love was classic cars. Love classic cars. I love to see them restored. And a little bit of the customs too, but my father, I got that love from my father and my brother. They're both car enthusiasts. I still have my very first car I ever had. It was a 1963 Nova Chevrolet. My brother still has his first car he ever had, a 1941 Chevrolet business coupe. So in the family, we were always been involved with cars, like to go to the swap meets and talk car talk with people, and then we restore them at home. And it kind of went hand in hand with the trailers in that there so many things are alike in the car as a car enthusiast than as a trailer enthusiast. And so I was able to take some of those things I learned from the cars, and then things I've learned abilities from my father, and he was able to, I was able to use those in building the trailers. I'm the only one working on the trailers. Any mistakes you find, they're mine. Can't blame anyone else. As of right now, I'm planning on putting out about 2 trailers every 6 months. So people who are interested in custom type things, it is possible on the trailers, but you have to get your timing right, or else have to be prepared to wait until the next build on the trailers. The trailers that I'm building, they really do look like the original trailer. When you walk into the trailer, it's like going back in time. I was at a trailer rally with other trailer enthusiasts, and I had one gentleman who examined the trailer very carefully, looked it up and down, and asked me what the trailer was. And I told him, well, it was a reproduction trailer based on a 1950 rod and reel. And he just went away shaking his head like, no, that can't be. I'm just not going to believe it. And but it is, and it's that true to form, and it's very, very genuine looking. Because I used original materials, very, very similar to the originals. I used real linoleum. It's not vinyl flooring, but it is linoleum, so it's made from linseed oil. No off-gassing. It's naturally antibacterial. And it flexes with the movement of the trailer, so there's no cracking in it. It's a really good product. Other things, it's all birch paneling inside, finished with shellac, just like the originals were. I went everything, even the heads of my screws. I try to use slotted screws wherever possible, because you just didn't see the new Phillips head screws in the older trailers. They just didn't use them then.
We'll be back to learn more about the Tom Thumb trailers right after these commercial messages, so stay tuned.
Simply put, Thetford's AquaChem has outsold all its competitors combined because it's the strongest holding tank deodorant available. It provides the strongest odor control around the clock in all temperatures and conditions. It quickly liquefies waste and tissue and is 100% biodegradable. AquaChem, the industry standard for 50 years. For more information, visit Thetford.com. AquaChem, another great product from Thetford.
We didn't make the majestic mountains, or the rugged terrain, or paint the night sky, but we make it possible to see it all. Road Trek, America's #1 selling touring coach for over 25 years. Built with quality so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the destinations you want. Enjoy the peace of mind that only a Road Trek can provide.
Welcome back to Rollin' on TV. Let's continue our look at Tom Thumb Trailers, a vintage-style RV built all new from the ground up. It takes dedication to your craft and attention to hardware details to build a vintage RV this accurate.
I make the frame myself. It's all undercoated, and then with the frame paint on it, so it's a little bit of a rust preventative underneath there. Then I built it up with plywood floor. I used a heavier than the original floor, so that you have no sags or anything in that flooring. It's all stick built, just like a house on the frame. It's 2x2 framing, all screwed and not nailed, so it's all screwed together. In the original trailer, how they made the curves in it. Everybody asked me, how'd you make the curves? Well, they cut strips of plywood, and they laminated them or just lapped them over and made their curve. Well, I didn't use that. I used solid wood instead of the plywood. In the original, if they ever got a leak in there, once that water got into that plywood, it just expands like a sponge, and the whole trailer's ruined. This can never happen. I laminated it with solid wood in strips and made with clamps, and glue and screws, and it's very solid part of the framework. It's all the original 6-inch crease seams on it, just like the original trailer. And over here is one of our original windows that we've restored, and we use this as a pattern for our new trailer. So they're identical in every form. The only difference is the material used for the rubber is now a silicone instead of the old vinyl. So you won't have the shrinking like you'll see in the other trailers. Well, there'll be a big gap in your silicone or your vinyl. So here we are at the reproduction trailer, and this is one of the reproduction windows. They're made to be identical to the original windows in function and looks. You could take a piece off of this window and interchange it with an original window, and it would work just fine. They're that close in specifications and work exactly the same as the old awning style window. When you go into the trailer, you'll see that right down to the welting around where the wood meets, it looks like the original. The hardware I used, I couldn't find identical hardware, but I found period-looking hardware, nickel-plated. It all is. That looks and has the feel of the vintage trailer. A lot of times they were, let's face it, they were manufacturing. They were putting out as many as they could as cheaply as possible. They didn't intend for these to last 50 years. You know, they just weren't built that way. I'm building these so that they will last. They really will. If you take care of them, these trailers should last you a lifetime. With the original type materials inside. The dinette is, I used a reconstituted leather seating. The original was a vinyl, but this is a leather. The draperies are all 100% cotton with a vintage print on them, so they have the feel of it. The light fixtures are almost identical. They're still making a light fixture just very close to the original light fixture that was in there in 1950. It uses a full-size light bulb in there, just like in your home, only they're 12-volt light bulbs. So they're about a 50-watt bulb, and we've got 3 different light fixtures in there, so there's lots of light. And going along with the light also has original type propane light in there too, for the old over the table, and that puts out about a 50-watt, 60-watt type light too. So you get that feel with it, like that you had in the original trailers with the propane lighting. Well, I didn't put an oven in it, but it does have a stove. It has a 3-burner stove in it, all propane. It's got a nice cover on it, so when you're not using it, extend your countertop. You have more countertop space. Or else you open it up and it has a stainless steel with the sides, the heat shield. The original ice box was a piece of tin. It was a box, tin with a shelf in it. And that's all it was. My ice box, I made it the same design, only I made it out of a heavier duty steel and a coated steel in the inside so it won't rust. It also has an 1.5 inches of insulation all around it, side, top, bottom, and made the front a piece of birch wood on the front, so it matches the cabinet, so it doesn't stand out, and it fits right in. It's quite efficient. You'd be very surprised how long you can put either real ice in it, or you can put your freezer pack ices in there too. This trailer is not a trailer for everybody. It's not a trailer for a family of 5. It's not going to fit in it. It's 12 feet long. It's very true to the original scale of the trailers. It has a surprisingly a large amount of storage for a small trailer. It really does. But it is really for those people who want that retro feel, but don't have maybe the time or the skills to redo an old trailer, because they're pretty hard to find when they're just ready to go. So this allows the people to have that old trailer feel. They can participate. Most rallies, they're welcome with these trailers, and those trailer rallies are a fun time. They are really a blast. You get to meet a lot of nice people and go to a lot of nice places, and It's just a real good, wholesome family time. If anybody's in the Salem, Oregon area, I'd love to show you around, love to show you firsthand trailers. You just give me a call. I've got a website. You can go to tomthumbtrailers.com and you can contact me that, or you can call me on the phone, and you can come on over and take a look, and I'll show you around, give you the nickel tour.
Well, that's a pretty interesting look at these Tom Thumb trailers. Definitely built unlike anything else on the market. And if you'd like to learn more about it, log on to our website at rollingontv.com. And thank you for watching.
Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Exploration. It affirms that we are alive, demands that we are present. So let's put our work lives on pause, ramble out into the world, and share the journey with the ones we love.
For more information, visit lancecamper.com.
Today's topic is titled Trailer Towing Tips and Tricks, and I'll be demonstrating on our Ram truck and Keystone RV project trailer. Let's get right to it. Let's start with how to avoid a painful accident waiting to happen. If you have been towing trailers for a while, you have probably banged your shin into the hitch more than once. With this Fastway Shin Guard safety cover, those days are over. It fits 2-inch and 2 5/16" hitch balls on ball mounts up to 2.5 inches wide. Simply slide the shin guard down over the top of the ball, stretch it around the nut, and you're done. No more sore shins. Another great feature is this wiring harness tether. It stays attached to the harness wire with the flat end, and when you tow the trailer, you just pull the loose end through the loop on the side of the shin guard. Available in black, orange, and yellow colors. Next, we have the Fastway tethered ball cover. It's a good idea to keep the hitch ball lubed with some grease, but it sure can get messy. This hitch ball cover solves the problem of getting grease everywhere, and there is this convenient tether to keep the cover in place when you are towing. Another handy Fastway trailer product is this Chain Up safety chain sling. If you tow trailers, you probably experience noisy and dragging safety chains. The Fastway Chain Up solves that problem for good. Just slip the chain up over your hitch ball, thread the chains through so they can hang evenly, and couple the trailer. It's that easy. When you're finished towing, pull the chain up off the ball and lay it over the coupler to keep the safety chains out of the dirt and mud until it's time to tow again. Last but not least is this Fastway 7-pin plug cover. This is a quick and easy way to keep dirt, bugs, and corrosion out of your 7-pin wiring harness. All of these Fastway trailer products serve a useful purpose when it comes to towing a trailer. For more information on these great products, visit www.fastwaytrailer.com. Until next time, happy and safe camping.
At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollingontv.com. When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
I love apple pie. I mean, who doesn't? The only problem with having an apple pie is when I have it in the house, I eat it all. Yikes. So I got to thinking, how can I have healthy apple pie where I can eat as much as I want without feeling guilty and be one happy camper? Then it came to me, apple pie salad. How perfect is that? I love apple pie and I love salad. So it seemed like a perfect match. And you know what? It kind of is. Plus it's easy as, well, pie. So here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one big bowl to mix everything in. It just makes cleanup that much easier. We're going to start with a half a cup of Fage 0% plain yogurt. And I like Fage because it's nice and thick and a little bit tart. Just like that, right into the bottom of our bowl. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Just like that. Perfect. Oh, this is fabulous Dijon too. I'm going to mix it around. As you can see, it's just kind of a nice creamy consistency. Little tiny squeeze of lemon juice. Just like so. And believe it or not, this makes an almost mayonnaise. It makes a fabulous pseudo mayonnaise. It's healthy and it is delicious. Now I'm going to add a little bit of honey. Here we go. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of honey. And you know my trick, I'm going to spray my tablespoon first. Beautiful. Nice fresh local honey. See how it just drips right out? Perfect. Delicious. I'm going to mix this up just like so. And you have a pseudo Miracle Whip, but better tasting and better for you. I'm going to add just a couple twists of sea salt, like that, and a few shakes of cinnamon. Nice. I'm going to mix everything up together. It smells great already. Okay, perfect. Now we're ready for the rest of the apple pie salad. I've got a little platter prepared here. I've got about a cup of finely chopped celery heart. I've got a half a cup of raisins. Look at these giant raisins. They're huge. I've got half a cup of walnuts chopped, and I've got about 3 small-ish Braeburn apples. You can also use Fuji apples. Those are delicious, but use any apple that you really like to eat. And it's really as simple as this. Here we go. We're going to add the celery. Yeah. The raisins, the walnuts. Give it a nice little stir, and in go the rest of the apples. Just like that. We're going to mix everything up until it gets nice and saucy, till all the apples and everything else is coated with the delicious sauce. That looks just about right to me. Perfect. Now we're ready to put it in the bowl. It really is that easy. Beautiful, nice spoonful. Oh, it smells great. Now, what apple pie would be complete without a crust? Since we don't have a crust to go in the bowl, I have a perfect solution for us. Graham crackers. So what I'm going to do is I've got some little mini graham crackers here. I'm going to put them on the side. Perfect. We're going to give it just a little sprinkle, just a slight dusting of cinnamon. Well, there you have it, our easy peasy apple pie salad. You saw how simple it was, and believe me, it is delicious. We've got our apples, walnuts, raisins, our healthy Fage 0% yogurt. I mean, really, what's not to love? Hey, I'm Yvonne. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you next time. I'm gonna dig into this apple pie salad, so cheers.
We hope you enjoyed this week's program. And for more information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos and stories from current and past shows, visit our website at RollinOnTV.com. You can also join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. As usual, this has been another fun production.